Welcome to Explified. UPSC Suggestions. The Indian Civil Services exam, undertaken for recruitment of officers to various administrative services in the government, is among the toughest exams in the country. The first instances of a civil services competitive test dates back to as far as the Mauryan and Mughal empires in India. It was again formalized by the British when they came into power and was known as the Imperial Civil Services for the better part of the 19th century. That was, however, rife with instances of incumbency and nepotism, and for a very long time refused the application of Indians on racial grounds. It is currently conducted by the Union Public Services Commission (UPSC) for induction into the Indian Administrative Service (IAS), the Indian Police Service (IPS), the Indian Foreign Service (IFS), and the other elite services. Today, we will look at the exam pattern and discuss a few pointers and suggestions to survive the exam. UPSC exam is held in 3 stages. Stage 1, Prelims. The preliminary examination consists of 2 objective type papers. General Studies Paper 1, which spans questions from current affairs, Indian polity, general science and biodiversity, and a paper 2, which is an aptitude test consisting of decision making and basic numeracy problems. Stage 2, Mains, consisting of 9 papers, of which only 7 are considered for calculation of total marks and the other 2 are qualifying in nature, English language and Indian language. The other 7 comprises 2 optional papers, which can be chosen and is generally the subject of one's specialization or graduation, and 5 papers on general studies of a difficulty level expected out of a graduate with sound understanding of the world around him. It poses subjective questions from a vast array of topics like Indian art and culture, world geography, governance and polity, economics, ethics and integrity. Stage 3, Interview and Personality Test. The final installment in the grueling evaluation process, the personal interview tests the overall suitability of the candidate towards a career in the civil services. Approximately 10 lakh aspirants give the exam every year. Out of them, only 3,000 are selected for the interview. Only 1,000 get in. Crunching the numbers, that's a success rate of 0.1%. The civil services might thus seem daunting to most people, but with focused preparation, a sound strategy, and a disciplined lifestyle, the exam isn't impossible to crack at all. The first thing to be realized is that the preparation for the civil services exam is not a sprint, it's a marathon. One needs to create a routine for 10 to 12 hours of study, depending where the person is starting out, and stick to it diligently. Secondly, it must be realized that pinpointed preparation and not excessive levels of knowledge gathering is the key to cracking the exam. The exam follows a generalistic approach. They expect you to know a few things about a lot of things rather than a lot of things about a few things. Thus, creating focus areas is important right at the beginning of the preparation. Thirdly, selection of the correct sources is crucial and can be a make or break factor. The abundance of preparation materials strewn all over the internet might seem beneficial, but it is humanly impossible to sort through that much information. Thus, one should decide beforehand what sources they are going to follow by carefully considering the official book list and recommendation of previous year's toppers and stick to it no matter what. Digression will cause an unstoppable spiral. Thus, progressively with a positive attitude and keeping these points in mind, the civil services dream can easily be manifested into a reality. For more updates, keep following Explified.